I did a thing. Yep. This thing. We got something new in the driveway. The sun's setting a bit. Just got home here, so first chance to get the camera out. So not sure how well things are going to show up with the dimming light, but yeah, there's something else in the driveway. We made another purchase. It's ironic that the 09 Cobalt SS is sitting right here, and this thing is sitting right next to it because, yep, if you don't know, this is a Pontiac Solstice, more specifically the GXP. So this thing has the same engine as the 09 Cobalt, which is the LNF turbo 4-cylinder. Why did I buy this? Well, it's kind of a long story, and we'll probably get into it at some point. But this was a great deal. These cars go for, I don't know, the turbo models. This is the manual as well. The turbo manuals go for well over 10 plus for ones that are in decent shape. I paid way less than that. This thing's got about 100,000 miles, just over. Ironically, the same as the Cobalt. It's red. I'm not sure if it's the exact same shade, but it's about the same. I'll do a different video in better light to really show things off. But honestly, this thing was a bit rough. But for what I paid for it, I kind of expected that. Yeah, I still can't believe I bought this thing. But I've been thinking about it for a while, wanting to do something with a Solstice, and when this one popped up, I thought about it. It was online for a bit. There was another one I was looking at that was even cheaper, but it was really rough. And then I said, all right, well, let's see. And went and checked it out, and sure enough, it's in the driveway. But anyway, specs on this: 2007 Pontiac Solstice GXP. So Pontiac went away in, what, 2010? These cars came out in 2006, I believe. The GXP, which is the turbocharged models with the LNF engine, Ecotec, came out in 07. I don't think there were many in 2010 because that's kind of when things were going away. I think they just had a few random leftovers. I don't even know if they officially had any. So main production was 6 through 9, 06 through 09 with turbos 07 through 09. They actually did have a cool little coupe version, but that only came out at the very end, and there's very few of those. Production, I think there's probably total between this and the sister car, which is the Saturn Sky. I think there's, I don't know numbers, but I mean they made 50, 60, 70, 80, I don't know. They made over 5 years. They made quite a bit of these. The last year they really fell off, obviously, especially with both Pontiac and Saturn going away. But anyway, it is a front engine rear wheel drive car. It has interesting mix of parts because this was a mid 2000s project with, who was it, Bob Lutz at GM, and this was kind of one of his passion projects. Really wanted a Miata type car, and the only way they could really do it was utilize a lot of stuff that GM already had. So it has an interesting mix of pieces from other cars. The rear end is from a CTS. The mirrors are from a European car. The door handles and stuff are from the Cobalt. The engine is obviously from primarily Cobalt, but various I guess pretty much just the Cobalt in that area. But anyway, quick walk around of this thing. Like I said, with not the best light, it probably looks pretty good, and it honestly does. Well, first thing you probably notice is this. The previous owner, or I don't think it was that, I think an owner down the line, Plasti dipped the silver little trim piece that goes around the windshield. I understand it because the silver looks a little weird. There's literally no silver on the car except for that. But I actually gave it a quick wash this afternoon because it was so dirty. And I was already picking at it because it was faded and coming off anyway. So I can peel that off and just deal with the silver for now, and who knows about the future. But door handles also plastic dip, but they're actually surviving, so I might just leave that on for the moment. So that's whatever. That'll come off, and the silver underneath looks good. So but anyway, it does have the chrome wheels. I am not a fan of chrome wheels, so yeah, that's going to change. It's probably hard to tell, but there's some, well, if I get down in here, there's some inner fender issues. This whole inner fender shot, so I'm going to replace that. This actual fender piece is a little bit loose. That is because, and I'll show it in a second, the battery is located in here, and the only way to really get it in and out is you have to like partially remove it. So I think a previous owner at some point kind of didn't quite get it installed right, but I think honestly it'll come back nice if you properly put it back in. And I'm just looking at it now. It's cleaner, but it's still not. It could use a good hand wash. I just did a quick wand car wash, but got a layer of grime off it. But let's just walk around more. Not much. There's a tiny dent. You probably can't see it. There's a tiny dent here. Otherwise, there's really no dents on the car. There's a scratch down here, but even that's not that bad. I'm sure the paint could come out real nice if you kind of buffed it, but that's really kind of it. It's shockingly, well, another thing you can't see because it's gotten dark, but the top here is a little worn, and I did do a quick wash, and honestly, some of the grossness came out, so I bet you more of that could come out. But yeah, somebody painted the calipers at some point. That's flaking off. It didn't have the Brembos, which is weird because the Cobalt came with the Brembos, but this didn't. I don't know why. This is comparable performance car. If anything, this is probably a little better, being, or not better, but slightly higher with rear wheel drive, and probably comparable, if not 100 or so pounds less. The front bumper is a little off, and I think that can be fixed by checking the mounts and going around and fixing that. I think it possibly clean up. So yeah, I mean, on the camera here with the fading light, it looks pretty good, and honestly, it's not that bad, especially after washing it. It was easily the cheapest one anywhere around here, within probably hundreds, if not 1,000 miles that I could find, searching multiple places. I think I might have already said there was one down I saw that was where, in New Mexico or something, that was super rough. That was cheaper, but otherwise, yeah, I mean, I was looking for a super cheap one, potentially for projects to do some stuff with, and when I found this, I was like, all right. And it was weird because when I went and checked it out, it was really dirty. Like, the owner did not even clean it. My quick wash here, it definitely cleaned it up a bit. Interior wise, if you're not familiar with them, obviously 2-seaters. The light doesn't turn on. I don't even know if it has a light because it was convertible, but oh gosh, looking at the camera now, you can't see anything, so I won't bother to zoom in too much there. But like I said, we'll do a better video when we have more light. But the interior is pretty clean. Well, let me say that the interior needs a cleaning, but it's actually not in bad shape, so I think we can work with that. Walking around the other side here, you probably still can't see anything on this side, but we'll open the door for the heck of it. There's a tiny tear in one of the leather seats. Like I said, you probably can't see it, but that obviously can't do anything about. It does have the same C6 Corvette wheel that the Cobalt SS comes with. It has similar type of gauge package, 5-speed manual. It does have an aftermarket radio, and for some reason the previous owner or whoever wired in like a switch. I guess the radio is kind of hardwired directly to the battery or something, so there's a switch to turn that on and off separately. Like, I could turn the radio on right now, so I don't know, but I will pop the hood, even though looking at the camera you can't see anything. Where is the hood? There it is. Head release doesn't do anything, but one of the cool things about these cars is Corvette style hood, and this is almost like C4 Corvette style hood. So once again, lovely light out here, so you can't see anything, but longitudinally mounted LNF engine, I believe, all stock under here. The driver's side fender is, or plastic fender well thing, is better. But come around here to the passenger side, this thing is beat up. They're super cheap, so I'll probably just get one and put them both, or get new ones for both sides. But this one's all, I don't know if you can see, but this thing's all beat up. So yeah, the hood is cool. But I probably shouldn't keep going too much in this video because, once again, getting dark. Unfortunately, this time of year it gets dark quick, so I get home and it's, well, anyway, harder to do videos. But move back a bit. Yeah, the hoods are cool. I gotta admit, those hoods are Corvette style, and like I said, more specifically C4 Corvette style. But yeah, so I guess the big question is always, what am I doing with this thing? Why did I buy another car? I'm trying to sell stuff, like some stuff over there, and yeah, that is still the case. Probably just come in a little bit more in the light here, but bye Solstice. Yeah, I am trying to sell things, but I have some ideas for this car. Honestly, when I found the car with the price I paid, great deal, and it was a little rough. Like I said, it cleaned up surprisingly well with just a quick car wash. I bet you a better wash and adjusting a couple, like say where the panels are weird, it would be so much nicer. But anyway, what am I gonna do with it? I don't quite know yet. But a couple things: fix the fenders because the passenger side's all messed up. Peel off the Plasti Dip stuff. Do something with the wheels. I don't like chrome. And drive it. See if I like it. I could flip it. You know, I could clean it up. I could do a couple things to it. Probably make some money if I flipped it. If I enjoy it, maybe just a fun little, you know, cheap version of the Corvette that, you know, you don't worry about too much. I don't know. Could modify it. These things got a ton of potential. LNF, you could have 800 horsepower if you wanted it. I don't know. But just wanted to get a quick video out here because it's going to be hard to hide this thing. I'm working on other projects. This will be sitting off in the corner or something. Be like, what's that? So, yeah, I did a thing and added to the collection. So there'll be more, regardless of what ends up with this car. There'll certainly be more to come. But I don't know. If anybody's interested in stuff, let me know. Or if got any ideas. But a couple things for sure, and then we'll kind of go from there. But lots of projects and another one now. So anyway, but I think that's going to be it for now. So a lot more to come. But once again, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.